In our amazing diversity and difference, we are one city. And each of you, by being here today, is part of that. And so I want to ask each of you to make two commitments. Not to me, not to the organizers, but to yourselves and to Cambridge. First, I want to ask each of you to take care of yourself. This has been an intensely difficult time. It may be difficult for a bit longer. People I know aren't sleeping well, they're getting upset at each other, they're having a hard time focusing. Some of you may not be experiencing this, some of you may be experiencing it all the time. So take care of yourself in basic ways like making sure you sleep and get enough to eat, and in being good to yourself, taking the time to relax, taking the time to do something fun and let go. And take care of each other. Be there for each other. Be kind to each other. Make sure that you cut everybody a little slack, that you do what you can. You offer words of support and comfort, a kind word, just a little more than you might normally. It may sound like a small thing, but as we go through this grieving process and this healing process, where each of us has been touched in so many different ways, we all need to take care of each other. And if there's one thing that Cambridge means to me, this one Cambridge that we're all part of, is that we take care of each other. We love each other. We understand each other. We may not think alike. We may not do exactly the same things in our lives, but we are one community. So whenever we leave this place today as we go forth, let us hold that in mind and in our hearts, that we have to be one Cambridge, and we have to be kind and loving to ourselves and to each other. So thank you again for being here, and take care.
Our next speaker is Mahmoud Rabin. He is the current CRLS senior class president and a great friend of this community, a great member of this community. He's a leader on campus, I understand. He's a member of the fantastic STARS group, Students Teaching and Advocating for Respect, that is headed by none other than the lovely Sharon Lozada. And so I want to give you the floor.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank Ms. Lozada and Sam and Matthew and Keely for reaching out to me on, presenting to you guys today. Sadly, I'm not as well versed as these guys, so I can't speak off the top of my head. So I have something written. Hopefully, the wind kind of helps out. So only a few years ago, CRLS was in need of a motto, something that in 3 words or less would define our school and guide our student body. Opportunity, diversity, respect. That is Cambridge Ringe in Latin. Unfortunately, over the past 2 weeks, that is not what audiences may have seen on TV or read in articles. They've heard reports and seen pictures, but they've never been or will ever be one of us. They will never know the true strength of the CRLS community. After tomorrow, it would have been 2 weeks since we experienced, firsthand or otherwise, our own horrors. The aftermath of Monday's tragic events took 4 innocent lives and left dozens wounded. It left hearts broken and dreams crushed. It left hearts broken and dreams crushed, families torn, and our social stability shattered. Yet the greater Boston region has shown its resilience. People have opened their homes, offered their benevolence, and expressed their sympathy, grief, and compassion for those who are so gravely impacted. Since the bombings, CRLS faculty and students have been working on providing the resources necessary to enhance the healing process and ensure a safe facility. Only this past Monday, Mr. Smith stood in front of every single student of our school, offered his sympathy, and extended the resources this great city has to offer. Counselors, teachers, and even students were all readily available for any student who may have been struggling with the recent horrors. The assembly gave students the chance to voice their concerns and questions. Some delved into school security, while others took the opportunity to share their thoughts. One student, veiled in hijab, stood in front of 400 of her classmates and voiced how she feared that they would begin to look at her differently because she is Muslim. She expressed, "Please don't judge me by the way I dress or by my religion, but for who I am. After finishing, in one large act of solidarity, everyone began to clap and gave the girl a standing ovation. That is CRLS. In that one assembly, all what Cambridge Ridge Line is was represented: opportunity, diversity, and respect. In the wake of the tragedies of the past 2 weeks, the members of the Cambridge Ridge Line community, Cambridge, and even more generally, the greater Boston community, have showed unwavering unity. As we all face the reality of what has happened, we must realize that instead of allowing our perspectives to polarize us, we must allow them to fuel discussion and healing. United, Boston, Cambridge, Watertown, and CRLS will all progressively heal. Divided, we will surely only perpetuate the pain that so many of us have already endured. We have all seen, experienced, and felt our own hardships these past 2 weeks. Let's put it to an end. In the words of Martin Richard, no more hurting people. It's time to make a recovery, and together, we shall do just that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.